Hello and welcome inside the ACU TV or studio for this week's Optimist Newscast. My name is Cindy Varner alongside Carrie Johnson with sports in just a second. Our top stories this week include a multi-million-dollar gift to the university, Greek life rushing and joining activities, and Tobias Cameron and Damian Daniels' 100th career win. This is the Optimist Newscast. The university will receive nearly $30 million from the estate of the late Dr. Bill and Jamie Dukes. Bill Dukes was a decorated veteran, a business leader, and a professor in the finance department of the Rawls College of Business at Texas Tech University. The endowment is the single largest gift in ACU's history. The endowment will also establish the Dr. William P. and Janie B. Dukes Excellence in Finance Endowment, supporting student scholarships in endowed faculty positions. In response and recognition of the gift, the College of Business Administration will establish the Duke School of Finance in 2023, the first named college at the university. The gift also brings the university's fundraising total of the Higher Ground campaign to $214 million. Student Life and the Student Government Association hosted the annual Christmas tree lighting in the campus mall on Sunday. The theme was Light the Hill. With more on how ACU is getting into the Christmas spirit is the Optimist's Shelby Bird.
And we will sing, sing, sing. Joy to the world.
It's the first week of December, meaning the Christmas season has officially begun. ACU celebrated by throwing its very first Christmas staycation, an event that featured movies in the campus center, a dodgeball tournament in Moody, and more Christmas-themed events around campus. The weekend concluded with ACU's annual tree lighting ceremony called Light the Hill. It featured not only the titular tree lighting, but also giveaways, music, and free hot cocoa for all attendees. The event lent its platform to student organizations and pop-ups as well. Businesses like Carson's, Purple Outfitters, and 7-in-1 Books could be visited at the event, and student bands like Lundy and Rosemary Beach performed both original and traditional Christmas songs. Though there was a bit of a delay in the countdown for the actual tree lighting, the tall tree eventually lit up the night as a snow machine faked a white Christmas in Abilene. Right before the tree was finally lit, Spark Worship led students in song, and senior English major Henry Erickson read an excerpt from Luke 2.
When the angel went away from them into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let us go over to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has made known to us." And they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in a manger. And when they saw it, they made known the saying that had been told them concerning this child, and all who heard it wondered at what the shepherds told them. But Mary treasured up all these things, pondering them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen as it had been told them. And at the end of 8 days, when he was circumcised, he was called Jesus, the name given by the angel before he was conceived in the womb. The word of the Lord.
Merry Christmas and have a great winter break, Wildcats. I'm Shelby Bird for the Optimist reporting.
Thank you, Shelby. SGA is also hosting Christmas Slam on December 10th. The African Students Association held its annual Choma Food and Music Festival Saturday. The Optimist's Emily Sullivan has more on this event.
On Saturday evening at the Hunter Welcome Center, students can find a plethora of delicious food, lively music, and lots of smiles and laughter at this year's Choma Festival.
It's an African Food and Music Festival that we hold every year.
The Afrobeats are amazing music. That's amazing music, amazing genre. And the food, absolutely. Your taste buds would literally thank you.
Every year, members of the African Students Association come together and help make Choma a reality.
I think my fondest moment of Choma from past years has been last year. That was my first Choma ever as an officer of ASA. We didn't have any volunteers last year. The officer team did everything, and it just was a way for us to do team building.
While students eat a traditional African cuisine, they can also listen to African music, including Afrobeats.
So Afrobeats is like a genre of music. It's like predominantly African run music, where we use instruments that you wouldn't really find like abroad.
Several members and students have a special place for Choma in their hearts.
It's just been a way for me to be expressive, who I am, where I'm from, where I was born, where I grew up.
It is a very, very nice experience, and you seeing other people who you didn't expect to be here will also like really make you happy, because you're like, wow, there's a lot of people who are really engaging 100% do it. Like literally mark your calendars right now. Right now.
For The Optimist, I'm Emily Sullivan.
Thank you, Emily. ACU started construction on the next lab's experimental molten salt research reactor after the Nuclear Regulatory Commission's approval of the application. The next lab also hosted a forum in the Hunter Welcome Center Tuesday to answer questions members of the Abilene community had about the project. The reactor is expected to be fully completed by 2025. Rushing and joining for the spring semester is fully underway, with open rushes occurring on and off campus until the end of the semester. Invitational rushes will start in January. With more on this year's rush season is the Optimist Elena Willman.
It's that time again. Rushing has officially commenced here at ACU. This week was a busy week for fraternities and sororities, as it was the first week for open rushing to begin. ACU students pulled out their best costumes and game faces to attend the many diverse rushing events. From cotton candy and burgers to dodgeball and basketball competitions, this week's rushes have been full of fun experiences and opportunities to create connections among the ACU community. I spoke with freshman Hannah Taylor about her favorite part of rushing so far.
My favorite part has been just dressing up and getting to have fun with it and just kind of being myself.
There has been something for everyone to enjoy, but for many, rushing is more than just fun costumes and games. I spoke with Vice President of Sigma Theta Chi, Avery Alice, about why rushing is important to her.
Tonight I really just felt super overjoyed and super happy that we get to do this experience and have this opportunity again. I know a lot of girls have had a weird couple of years, and especially as a senior looking back, my college experience has been kind of skewed just due to things, and I'm really excited that we get to return to kind of a normal place and a normal campus, and rushing is just a really good opportunity to do that and meet new friends and see new people.
The fraternities and sororities are both beyond excited to welcome newcomers to experience the many wonderful things Greek life can offer. The fun will end here, as rushing events will continue until the end of January. Until then, I'm Elena Willman for The Optimist.
Thanks, Elena. Up next, here's Carrie Johnston with an update on Wildcat basketball. Carrie?
Thanks, Sydney. 27 forced turnovers, 5 in double-digit scoring, and 19 assists led to the 100th career run for graduate guard Tobias Cameron and senior guard Damian Daniels for the Wildcats, 93-46 over North American on Wednesday night. Cameron and Daniels are now the winningest players in the Division I era for ACU, and 138 for their decorated careers. Both chose to come back this year and use their extra year of eligibility granted from the NCAA due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
We got their 100th win tonight. I think that's an unbelievable accomplishment. Anybody who can get 100 wins in their career it's pretty amazing, man. And I think that's a true testament to those guys. How many wins? I mean, it's unbelievable. I can't imagine, winning that many games as a player. And so they've been a staple for this program. They put rings on people's fingers around here, and I hope that we can celebrate them for that. We're going to wait. I hope they have a whole lot more in the tank with them, but I can't wait to celebrate the 100 wins with those guys. It's pretty special.
The Wildcats' next game is on Saturday at 2 p.m. in Moody Coliseum against Texas A&M Commerce. Women's basketball took a victory against the Alabama State Hornets on Friday with a final score of 78-67. The starting five, who all finished the game scoring in double digits, gave the Wildcats a nice lead, which allowed head coach Julie Goodenough to play the vast majority of the players on her roster. After the game, Goodenough said she was proud of how her team played on both offense and defense.
I want to give a lot of credit to our starting lineup. I mean, they played really well throughout the game. They did what your starters do. They went out, they got us a good lead. They, made it possible for everybody on the roster to play because the starters did what starters do, and they all scored in double digits. Had a really good defensive effort as well in that game, and I thought. For the most part, everybody was really shot ready. We didn't turn down open shots. We shared the ball a lot and, got the ball to players that had really great shots. And so, overall, really, really pleased with that game.
Their next game is Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time against the New Mexico Lobos in Albuquerque and will be streamed live on the Mountain West networks. That's all for the Optimist Newscast this week. I'm Carrie Johnston.
And I'm Sydney Varner. Thanks for tuning in with us this semester. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.